Good evening, everyone. And thank you once again for joining us for our bi-weekly guided meditation and Dharma talk here at the Blue Lotus Meditation and Mindfulness Center. And I am very grateful that, again, you're spending some of your time with us on a beautiful June afternoon, right? Early evening, late afternoon, maybe. Of course, unless you're watching this on the replay, right? You could be watching it at 3:42 a.m., right? Who knows? But I am so grateful that you are spending some of your time with us today. And again, today is June 28th. It's a little after 6 p.m. here in the Central Time Zone. And tonight's talk, we'll be talking about enjoying the rain, right? Talking about praise, right? How we can graciously accept praise and different ways that we can kind of incorporate praise into our being. You know, oftentimes we give praise. Sometimes we may not, but oftentimes we do. We're pretty, as people, we're pretty kind in that sense that we are not shy in saying good job to someone else. And, but as we have a typical format, right, we're going to work with our guided meditation, right, on accepting praise. And so I will you go ahead and get yourself into your comfortable position. Go ahead, close your eyes and relax. And I'll do all the talking. You just do all the relaxing and the meditations on accepting praise. But let's begin by taking a moment to settle our bodies, right, into a comfortable position. Whatever is comfortable for you is ideal, whether you're sitting or laying down. And you can certainly close your eyes if you like, or you can keep them slightly open with a soft focus, looking downward a few feet in front of you. Go ahead and breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Allow a half smile to rest on your face as well. Remember, this is enjoyable. And allow your spine to lift and your shoulders to soften. Soften your belly as you begin to fully settle in. And breathe in. And breathe out. And let's meditate on accepting praise. And go ahead and bring to your mind a large farming field. It could be soybeans, corn, tomatoes, alfalfa, any crop you like. You notice the sky. It's sunny, cloudless. It's very warm out. You can smell the dust, the dirt, and the dryness in the air. As you look at the field more closely, you can see the crops are withered and dying. Some of the leaves are yellowing. Others are brown and frail. The stalks are short and weak. The soil is dry and it crumbles and crunches underneath your footsteps as you walk. As you see this field, this sight, what thoughts come to mind? Sadness, maybe, because of the nourishing and healthy food it could have provided to many people. Curiosity, perhaps, as to why the farmer did not invest in an irrigation system, and breathe in and breathe out. Now, bring to mind the same field, with the only difference being there were several days of refreshing rain. This rain was soft, gentle, refreshing, and penetrating deep into that soil. Rehydrating and nourishing with every precious drop. How does this field in your mind look now? The stalks are firm, standing straight. The leaves are green and lush and radiating with life and full of hope. The soil is moist, cool, and refreshing to the touch. The aroma is fresh, clean, invigorating. Breathe in and breathe out. You too are very much like this field, full of potential. The rain is genuine praise coming from someone who is acknowledging your positive contributions and efforts. It could be someone saying thank you for holding a door. Perhaps your boss recognizes your efforts at a company meeting. Maybe you came in last place in a marathon, but you finished, and people cheered you on with loving support. Without praise, you too cannot grow. Without praise, your soil or your potential dries up and withers. As the field of crops accepted the rain, you too graciously accept praise. You allow praise to nurture your mind. You allow praise to refresh your spirit. You allow praise to rehydrate your body. Breathe in. And breathe out. Go ahead and begin to open your eyes slowly and begin to reorientate yourself with your surroundings before standing. And with that, my friends, that concludes our guided meditation portion of our talk. And I wish you peace and ease as we move on to the next part of our lovely meeting, our Dharma talk. So why do we have trouble sometimes accepting praise? Why could that be? Think about that for a moment, and maybe think about a time when someone offered you praise. Think about how it felt. Were you receptive, or maybe not so much, right? So sometimes when we don't accept praise, it's because of our ego sometimes. Sometimes we think we're too good for praise, maybe even non-deserving, right? And so maybe we do feel unworthy at times. Maybe we feel we didn't do our best. And maybe that's us being overly critical on ourselves because someone else was able to see something inside us as a result of those efforts and felt that you were deserving of some type of an accolade, some type of praise. Oftentimes we minimize the that value of that task. Right? We're putting our own perspective on what that task really meant, and not considering maybe what somebody else thought about it, how necessary it was to maybe completing a project or holding a door open for someone, helping someone carry a package, or maybe even just a kind thank you, right? An acknowledgement to someone. And oftentimes when we receive praise, how do we respond? Maybe we respond with a no problem, sure thing. And although they are acknowledgments, they're not positive. acknowledgments. They're just bland. There's no love. There's no compassion behind those words. No problem. Part of a day's work. Sure thing. Happens all the time. And that diminishes the value of whatever task that was that you just completed for someone else. So how we return a praise or acknowledge is very important as well. Return that praise with a smile. You're welcome. That is a genuine response to someone offering you compassion, a reward for a job well done, for helping them with their day in some small way, maybe. And so when we respond nonchalantly, non-emotionally, no problem, sure thing, that diminishes that task that you did to someone else and how they perceive. And they went to that effort to say thank you too as well. I mean, you certainly did your part, right? You helped in some fashion. So one step extra, right? You're welcome. Say that, and that's it. That's it. Respond with that emotion, with that caring, with that compassion, with that empathy. And, think about how when you offer praise to someone, and one that most people are maybe kind of familiar with. Think about a small child, right? I don't know, maybe 2, 3 years old, 4 years old, something like that, when they have those little blocks and they've got the shapes on them, like it's a little table, right? There's a little table. It's got the shapes in the table, and it's got little plastic blocks, maybe a square, a circle, triangle, a plus sign, maybe a star, something like that. How excited that they are that they put the correct shape in the right hole. That's an accomplishment for them. And you don't diminish their accomplishment with a good job. No problem. I knew you could do it. No. You boost up their morale, right? You boost up that accomplishment. And that's not false boosting. That is genuine, right? Maybe that little child never put the star in the star shape, in the star hole, right? Or the circle in the circle hole, or whatever it is. Maybe they've never done that before. To them, that's a huge accomplishment. So when you give them praise, good job, very good job. How do they respond? Oh, they're so happy, right? It's like they just won the Nobel Peace Prize or prize in chemistry, whatever it is, right? They're so elated. And they don't respond with yeah, I knew I could do it. They don't do that, right? They're so happy. If you've never had that experience, it's a fun experience watching a little child smile, something like that. Or maybe somebody might be more familiar with, dogs, right? If you've had a pet, right? Dogs returning a toy, right? The squeaky toy, right? Or a ball or a rope, right? You throw that ball out there, they run out there, they go get that ball, and they come back and their tails all wagging and everything, right? You don't tell them bad job, right? You don't say, I knew you could do it. Not at all. You boost them up as well. So they redo and they redo. People are like that as well. That's what praise is. And that's what praise is. It's boosting you up inside so that you can grow, so that you are not that barren soil. Praise refreshes, and it does rehydrate you. But sometimes we still hold back, right? Right? So how do we graciously accept praise when it's genuinely offered, right? And first we have to remember that accepting a positive that somebody is giving us that's right thought, right? I mean, it could be an honest critique as well, and that would still be right thought too. But if somebody is giving us a positive, right, an incorrect or a not so right thought would be a negative, right? Like, I didn't do it. It's the no problem, sure thing. That's not the right thought. The right thought is, you're very welcome, because you are bringing that action into you. You're bringing that emotion, the gratitude that someone else is giving you. You are bringing that into you. So that is right thought. And so we can value that other person's opinion and their intentions, right? That's a positive that they're giving you. So we can value what that positive moment is, that positive phrase, that positive praise, that positive accolade. And think about when you give someone positive praise, what are your intentions, right? Right? You know, if you did something positive, someone else saw this, right? They saw this right effort in you, right? They saw that right effort and they gave you a positive response. And then the right thought is the positive response as well. So how can we graciously accept praise? We can see the gratitude in ourselves. When we are grateful, when we have that sense of gratitude, we become open-hearted. You know, and another way to be open to the gratitude is think about when you offered praise to someone. What were your intentions when you offered someone praise, right? It wasn't malicious, and it wasn't for something, it wasn't deceitful. And then how you felt when offering praise is how their feelings toward you, right? How you felt when you're offering praise towards someone, that is how that person is feeling towards you at that moment when they are giving you praise. So it's important to be open-hearted and receptive to that kindness. That is that rain that is watering your field so that you can grow, so that the leaves on you are vibrant, lush, and strong, aromatic. So again, thank you. We're almost coming up to the end time. Thank you very much again for joining me this beautiful June evening. I hear the little chipmunks outside. They make that cool little click, click, click sound. I always thought there were frogs doing that, but it's a chipmunk. I don't know if you can hear it. Really wonderful. But again, thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Monday evening. And I wholeheartedly thank you for spending some of your precious time. And some of our updates, our groundwater well was installed today. Yeah, a little delay, right? Some other emergencies, I suppose, arose on our drillers' schedule. And, you know, they're important too. So they have to maintain, their responsibilities to help others as well. So we also had our wonderful June retreat. Our next one is coming up in July 27th or 28th. You have to double check the schedule. Whatever the last Sunday is in July, from 7 to 4:30 a.m. or 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You're more than welcome to join us. It's a free event, as always. It's a great way to just escape back into nature and just to disconnect from the distractions, right? And we offer them again. We offer them from May to late September. It starts getting cold here in Minnesota when, towards the end of September is kind of iffy even then, but we can usually do it. Anyway, if you like these videos, please consider liking and subscribing to our channel. If you're interested in supporting us, without actually having to support us in some kind of way, if you shop Amazon, you can use our Amazon Smile program. The link is below in the description. Doesn't cost you anything, which is cool, right? And with that, my friends, I wish you all a evening of peace and ease, and we will see you again in 2 weeks. Namaste, my friends.